All right, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD Wednesday here, back in your place in the source, and this is, of course, Road to Ghost of Tsushima, the weekly podcast dedicated to any and all things Ghost of Tsushima as we lead up to release, which is 1 week, bro. We're right there. It's right. I mean, I was looking at the old work schedule. You know what I'm saying? The old when do I have to step away from what I want to do something that I don't want to do, right?
Right.
So I was checking that they gave me not only Thursday but Friday off too.
Ooh.
I'm like, we about to be streaming hella, and of course, who I'm talking to, who I rudely forgot to introduce, my luxurious co-host, the Arachnid. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm tired. How about you?
Why, bro? What's wrong?
I didn't sleep at all last night. It's been 24 hours.
Bro, are you kidding? Why'd you tell me? We could have moved the recording time if you wanted.
Nah.
You could,
we good.
You little nappy nap. Okay, well, after this, make sure you get a little nappy nap going.
No, it was like 7, 8 a.m. and I was like, yeah, I texted my girlfriend. I was like, hey, you up? And she's like, yeah. I was like, you want to go to Denny's or something? Pick something up?
A little dinner, not dinner. What the hell's wrong with me? A little breakfast call at 8 a.m. You gotta love it.
Yeah. So we ended up going to IHOP and we picked stuff up because quarantine. Absolutely. So we just picked it up and ate in the car and had pancakes. And she's like, yeah, how'd you sleep last night? It's like, I didn't. How about you? I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters.
I prefer IHOP over Denny's.
Hot take, but agree.
Right? I prefer IHOP, but if I'm drunk, right, and it's late night, I always end up at a Denny's. I'm not sure why, because I think they're both 24 hours, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know why, me and my conglomerate of friends, whenever we're off the juice or intoxicated to any sort of level, it's always Denny's. Very, very odd.
Well, it's because you feel safer at a Denny's for some reason.
But do you though?
You feel safer in the wrong way. It's like it's like a hive mind. It's okay. This is where I usually go, and my body will autopilot to Denny's.
Interesting.
When you're sleepwalking and you somehow make it back to your bed, it's like that, except with Denny's.
You ever have a drive where you drive somewhere and you have no recollection of how you got there? You know what I'm saying?
That's how I got to work all the time.
Yeah, it's not that you're distracted or whatever. It's just you're just driving this route is such precisely autopilot. It's just a natural thing for sure. I was gonna bring up something involving breakfast. What was it? Oh, I've never been to a Waffle House. Is that controversial?
I've also never. We don't have many here.
Yeah, I live 2 blocks down from one now. But I've never ventured off towards that Waffle House. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll let you guys know. But
only Waffle House near me is 45 minutes away. But
a lot of people swear by it. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Waffle House, but pancakes are better. Hot take. Hot take.
Here's the thing about pancakes. We have a complicated relationship, me and pancakes. Because here's the thing. I feel like I never get the right amount of pancakes, as in I get too much pancakes. You know what I'm saying?
Is there ever too many?
Yeah, I feel like I get overserved. Too many pancakes whenever I get a pancake. But when I do get a pancake, I like a strawberry banana. I'm very easy to please. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a strawberry banana and I'll be good.
I'm a classic buttermilk. I undercook my pancakes just a little bit. Buttermilk.
I can respect that.
And I'm solid. I'm good to go. One night I was out with friends and we weren't even drinking, nothing bad. We were just playing. I think we were playing Smash 4 on the Wii U.
Complete side note, I saw that setup you have with the whole projector.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
fire. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're totally good. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. No, yeah, we were just playing like Smash 4 or like Ultimate when it first released, and it's like, you guys want to go to like IHOP? And I'm like, yeah. And it was like unlimited pancakes with your order. I took down like 4 plates of 3.
Dude, 4x3. 12. I had that answer way before. I was just bullshit. But man, dude, for 12.
I took down 12 pancakes. Like, I hadn't eaten all day because I had gotten Smash Ultimate and I had been playing all day, on release day, and then I went to a friend's house like night after release and we played it more, and it was like 4 a.m. and I hadn't slept and I hadn't eaten. All I was doing was unlocking all the characters and like finishing everything.
Getting those spirits, I believe is what's called.
Yeah, no, fuck those spirits. But I was just trying to unlock characters, and yeah, then I wanted to get into like Elite Smash and all that, and I ended up doing it, with one of my characters. But like, if I say who, I'm gonna get blasted in the comments, so I'm gonna keep that on the down low. It's Sonic.
Say who?
It's Sonic.
Say it with your chest. Oh, it's the homie Sonic.
Yeah, I made Sonic. It's fun.
Is that controversial?
Sonic's under fire right now, like for Smash Online, since I don't know, something about his moveset. Get good. I'm sorry.
I've never gotten fully into Smash, but I did get into it for maybe like a month or so when Smash Ultimate came out. I just wanted to see what the hullabaloo was, you know what I'm saying? Because growing up, I never played Smash. Like, I just never had a GameCube, you know what I'm saying? Or I had a Wii, but I just never played Smash, right? But I found, I think, a main during that little venture with Smash Ultimate. I like Link.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of his moveset. To me, it just made sense overall. You know what I'm saying? I still don't understand this, like, there's down B attacks, up B attacks. I don't know. There's a lot.
Fighting games, like some Marvel like MVC stuff, or like fighters. If you think Smash is complicated, boy, you've seen nothing yet.
I mean, I think it's just like because I've played a lot of like Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've played a lot of that, and like that, you know, is for me like easy to wrap my head around. But like, it's something about, maybe I just haven't spent a lot of time with Smash. Maybe it's not that complex as what I'm thinking it is. But like, I know I watched this one video where it was explaining like certain moves, which actually makes sense when you break it down. But like certain moves are, you know, framed differently and require less frames to pull off, as opposed to moves that may be stronger but require more frames. You know what I'm saying? And you're left more vulnerable. It's a whole thing.
Fighting games do that too, like frame advantage and all that. Like,
okay.
Yeah, no, like fighting games, they have counters for that in training mode where you can see every move you do, your frame advantage, whether you have like -2 frame advantage or like 6 frame advantage, whatever the move you're doing. Like, you have your heavy, like your 2H, which is like your 2 heavy, like you have like light, medium, heavy attacks, quarter circle, like RT for your for a super and like Dragon Ball Fighters. And
interesting.
Like, I have a fight stick, so it's a lot easier. But that's how we played on the setup. The one I posted on my Snapchat. We had a projector, and most of us had fight sticks that we brought, and we just played a lot of fighters and Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
Interesting. Yeah. I see. Okay, I see. I mean, this week I've been playing a lot of Hitman, streaming that on JoyClicks.
I've seen that.
YouTube.com/JoyClicks. Maybe check it out. Make sure to go check that out. And I made some purchases this week. All right. I bought the original Final Fantasy.
I saw.
It's purchased. But I also bought the long-awaited game that I've been recommended so many times. Persona 4 Golden.
I've seen that too.
I am like 2.5 hours in. Man, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is some interesting stuff. But of course, we will, you know, be playing our games this week. You know, we got one big game we will be playing this time next week, and that is Ghost of Tsushima. This is, of course, Road to Ghost of Tsushima. Much love to you all. Showing a lot of love to the Road 2 series, as well as all the content that we're doing on the channel with Ghost of Tsushima. Make sure to go check out all of that great stuff. And all the other content on PlayStation Source. Make sure to go do all that great stuff. Subscribe. Become a member if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Down below in the description, you can find links to our Twitter, our Discord, and our Anchor link to listen to this show and other long-form content and podcast format and all that great stuff. And, of course, Arachnite's links as well, which there is a new link for Arachnite down there as well. I wanted to signal boost this one too. You know what I'm saying? My boy Arachnite started a Twitch channel. So I made sure to add that to his links down below in the description. You can go and follow the homie, you know?
Thank you.
And we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But getting right to business, right? I like to do with Road 2 series, you know. We did one with Part 2, which we're actually going over the bets for The Last of Us Part 2 stuff next week on that series, right? But this week, we're going to start some bets, okay? I asked my good friend here, Arachnite, to come up with 3 predictions that are separate from the bets, right? So these 3 predictions are just going to be statements that you think are going to happen in the game, right?
Right.
And then the bets, I conjured up 10. There's a bonus one, but mainly 10 predictions that we are going to answer yes or no to. And we're going to just answer those truthfully. I will put it in the doc, and we'll come back to it at a later date when the game is out. And we'll go over how we did. And I implore you all to follow along with us. You know, maybe start off your comment with your 3 predictions in the game that is similar to a structure that me and Arachnite have, and then go over each bet and give us your answers too. You know, why not? Grab a friend. Grab your mother. You know what I'm saying? Do a bet thing with her. Not like grab her like in the... I meant like do the bet. Okay. Predictions of bets. Just do bets with other people. You know what I'm saying? But first... We have not discussed this, Arachnite. What is going to be up at stake for these bets? You know.
Have you bought the game yet?
I have not bought the game yet. I am waiting until the what's it called? Preloading is live. But these bets are going to be foreseen after the game comes out. You know what I'm saying? So.
Ooh. Yeah. No.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like with Road to Part 2 and those bets, we have a game on the line. So it's like any $60 game or whatever, you know, boom, bow, it's dope. Should we do another game or like something else maybe?
I will send you either $25 or $50 in PlayStation Store cards.
I will do the same. Deal. Okay.
Deal.
Is it gonna be 25 or 50? Like it just discretion of the
winner gets to decide.
Okay, I'm gonna put that in the doc here. Okay, so
like I would prefer Steam cards, but you know,
winner gets 25 or 50.
I think we would both just decide 25. If you said 50, I'd do 50, but I
know if I win, I'm gonna say 25. Like,
so you just want to say 25?
Let's say 25.
Yeah.
Winner gets 25 because I won't be greedy. You know
I don't want to be greedy.
Winner gets $25 PSN card. Bet. Okay. All right. That's all set. I feel like we should start with the predictions and then roll into the bets. You know what I'm saying? With this critically acclaimed Ghost of Tsushima, which of course next week. So this gets posted on Sunday. So come Thursday night, we will be streaming Ghost of Tsushima live on the channel. We're gonna do my full Golden Path playthrough, right? So I'm gonna keep the side stuff off stream, you know, and work on that, and then come back to the Golden Path when I'm streaming, so we don't miss the main story of Ghost of Tsushima. You know what I'm saying? So that's how to go down. And yeah. So sorry. What?
No, I was gonna say is like I may stream it as well. If you want to see someone do all the side trash and look around, then feel free to hop in mine. But if you're just interested in the story, I'm not the place for you.
That works out. Okay, cool. So if you want like an overall encompassing, like, you know, side stuff as well involved, check out the Arachnite's Twitch, and I'll be over here on PlayStation Source doing just the main Golden Path. That works out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not let it fly? Sounds great. Do you want to go with your first prediction, or do you want me to just kick it off?
I'll kick it off. Give me a big ass typhoon fight. I need it. Give it to me. I want it. We talked about it on every episode. Give it to me.
So, when you say like a big stage fight, like I'm like thinking like, you know, the typhoon is like wrecking wherever they're fighting at, you know, and there's like a multi-stage type of big battle, you know.
Yeah, you ever watch the end of Aquaman?
I have not.
So at the end of Aquaman, they're like fighting on like a ship submarine thing, and it's like pouring rain outside, and the wind is howling. It's intense. I want like something like that. I want a 1v1 after like slaughtering hordes of Mongols, and a 1v like a badass 1v1 with like the trees like shaking and all that. Like, give me something good. Like, give me something that like I will remember. Like,
right.
If there's ever a time to like this is the like every good piece of media, in my opinion, has a moment that will stick with you every time. Like when you think of the game, it'll be the first thing that pops out. Like good media has like a positive effect on that. And
like, sorry.
No, no. Like, Uncharted has the opening of Uncharted 2. Like the whole series, I just think the first thing I think is Uncharted 2's opening.
I was about to say Uncharted 4's boss fight, the last
Rafe.
one with Rafe. Yeah, like that. Like it's such a like visually unique, you know, part in all of Uncharted. And the same thing with you, how you noted the Uncharted 2 intro. Like that's so iconic. I agree. So I feel like with something like that, like we're gonna both just agree, like, okay, that boss fight was an iconic thing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. I like that one. All right. Is there a way that you can keep those somewhere tucked away? Your predictions. I'll keep track of our yes and no answers on the bets page on the doc, but if you could keep your predictions over to the side as well.
I got you. I'll write them down.
Okay, perfect. Okay. My first one here is Jin will travel outside of Tsushima Island at some point in the story for any length of time. And just to make sure we're very clear on this, I mean like go to a different piece of land, not just like out at sea. You know, that doesn't count as leaving Tsushima. I mean like going to like mainland Japan or something like that for something. You know what I'm saying?
Like to ask for help.
Yeah. Maybe like talk to the Emperor. I don't know. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Jin will travel outside of Tsushima, and we will be able to play outside of Tsushima. Now, it's going to be interesting when, or if, it's just by cutscene. You know what I'm saying? And we don't actually physically control him outside of Tsushima Island. You know? I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at Jin will travel outside of Tsushima Island at some point in the story for any length of time. I didn't write down if you're playing as him or not. So I guess if a cutscene happens and that's how it's done, I guess that works.
Like, what if he's a kid? It's like, oh, like, he grew up in mainland Japan and then he went trained.
Yeah, no. So because I wrote travel, he has to go there.
So Yeah, so he starts in Tsushima and then goes somewhere else and then comes back. Yeah. All right.
That's my first one. You want to go number 2? We'll just go back and forth for these whole things. We'll go back and forth.
If you look at the sky during, like, you know how there's dynamic weather? There will be a question mark lightning bolt.
I like that. A little Sly Cooper hint?
I was thinking end of Infamous 2.
Oh. I thought you were thinking of Sly's, like, crane?
Yeah.
Like the staff type thing?
No, I remember at the end of the good ending of Infamous 2 when the lightning bolt hits Cole's coffin as they're...
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Holy shoot. What if it's like out like in the distance? Like...
Yeah, no, like something real subtle.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. Damn. That's a good one. That's a really good one. That one's solid. Okay, so we're looking for a lightning bolt that makes a question mark anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. Just in the
Okay.
sky when it's like raining or there's lightning. Just it's there.
That's a good one. Damn, that's a really good one. That's a good one. My next one also has something to do with weather as well. At some point in the story, a storm will make Jin and the player as well. So, like, Jin can't see it as well as the player can't see it. It will make... So, a storm will make Jin and the player unable to use the guiding winds as a way to portray Jin's instability and convey a sense of loss.
Oof.
Perhaps like a loss of direction. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps he like feels like is this even worth it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the way that they will portray that is a storm will throw off the guiding winds.
That's heavy.
All right.
I dig that. That's
I like it.
My next prediction sounds pretty like not dumb, but like it doesn't reach the bar.
My next one is straight dumb. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Mine is gonna be it's like I'm hoping for a lot of Infamous love here from Sucker
Absolutely.
Punch. You're gonna go like there's going to be some part of the game. It's like, oh yeah, these are new swords we're trying out, like new weapons we're trying out. And in the background you will see the amp or Sly Cooper's cane.
Dude, I wanted okay, so we will see one of the melee weapons of both Infamous and Sly Cooper. So
Yeah,
I feel like what's more likely is the staff, of course.
Of
from
course.
Sly Cooper. I feel like that one's more likely, but if we see the amp, bro, that's gonna be fucking dope.
At least like a failed prototype.
Or maybe like a wooden version, something like that. Like it's not like literally like an electrical amp because that wasn't obviously existing. But okay, I like that one. Okay, I like that. All right, so there will be some sort of weaponry that looks like the melee weapons of both series.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Mine also has a this next one is so dumb. I'm gonna say it. An actual raccoon in the world will be used to reference Sly Cooper.
Probably. It'll be better than. Can I say that like Smash Brandy's cooch from Last of Us 2? It'll be better than that.
That was I found that very funny. But the thing is, like, I kept thinking about it, and I didn't react on stream until I got it, like, 10 minutes later. I was like, oh. In my head, I'm like, oh, that's actually really funny. But it didn't hit me on stream when I read it. But
I didn't like it because it's like,
is that, like, too on the nose?
It's a little on the nose, and it's also like, come on. Like, that's like one of my favorite childhood, like, games right there. Like,
I see what you mean.
And he made it like a sleazy porn joke. Like, I don't know. Like,
sleazy porn joke. Sleazy. Fucking Naughty Dog, man.
Man.
Fucking Naughty
I'm gonna hit another dog with a pickaxe just for that.
Dude, side note, I saw this one clip from Last of Us 2 on Twitter. This dog is running at Ellie, and she fucking picks the dog, right? Like, in the head, and wings it over her head and slams it on the ground behind her. It was fucking horrendous. Like, it was so violent. I, like, had to leave Twitter for, like, 30 minutes, you know?
Dude.
It was I'm gonna find it later, and I'm gonna send it to you. Because that was so ultra violent. I was like, oh my god. Who animated this? Who did this? But those are our predictions. All right, guys. So the predictions aren't a part of the bets. They're just there just to be fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are just 3 things that we're gonna see. But here we go. We're getting to the good stuff now. These are going to be the bets for Ghost of Tsushima. Okay. These are all going to be answered in yes or no questions. I will be keeping track of our answers, and we will once again return at a later date when the game is beaten by both of us, and we'll talk and we'll reconvene on a future road to Ghost of Tsushima episode. Sound good?
Yes.
All right. Question number 1. The game will average at over or under 45 hours according to how long to beat. I didn't add any time stipulations. Do you want me to say how long to beat at the time of recording? Bets episode.
Well, or I don't know, 100% completion.
That's a good thing. Like, which one we tracking?
I'd
I was gonna go up. I think like by what I meant by average, I think I meant like the average, like the average player, like the main number that they put
under.
on the website.
Under.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was gonna go with. You know. So like not 100% necessarily, but just like the average player, which doesn't do 100% of the game. You know what I'm saying? What is that number? Is it over or under 45 hours? So essentially the main story, I guess.
Under, way under.
Way under? Dude, I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say over, bro. I think this game big as fuck.
I'm saying 20. I'm gonna say like 25 hours. 25.
What?
25, 30 hours max.
Dude, I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be a big boy like Days Gone, bro. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but a lot of Days Gone was just boring. Like just for main story stuff, way under.
Interesting. Wherever they split. Okay. So that was the first answer here. So we have for the game, the game will average at over or under 45 hours according to how long to beat at the time of recording the bets episode. Arachnite says over, I say under. Just kidding, flip that. Arachnite said over. Wait.
No, I said under, you said over.
Yes, sorry. I wrote that down. I don't know why I didn't read it. Okay. Arachnite says under, I say over 45 hours. Beautiful. Bet number 2. A Mongol will assist Jin at some point in the game. However you want to... Wait, Yeah, we're... Maybe... If it comes to a question, we'll come back and we'll talk it over, but... Will a Mongol assist Jin at some point in the game? What do you think?
To keep Jin from dying, maybe. Like, maybe the Jin's the last man standing of the main samurai.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, they're dead. Like, you don't need to kill this one. Like, he's already dead. And then Jin escapes. Is like, hey, I can't beat him that way. And then he adopts the way of the ghost. Like, so, long story short, yeah.
Okay, you're saying yes. I think I'm gonna say no. I feel like they're just gonna pull up and just, like, slaughter the homies, you know?
Like, hopefully, like, I hope I'm wrong on this. It's like, oh, yeah. Like, don't kill him, and Jin's like, do it, pussy. Like, you won't. Like, say it with your chest. Like, just
pussy
do
boy,
it.
you won't. Say it with your chest. Oh man. Huh. See, because I'm thinking like, all right, what if it's like a deeper assist? Like, what if it's like he has an inside Mongol? You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be interesting.
I doubt that, but
Okay.
that's super dishonorable.
It is. I mean, and I just generally just doubt that a Mongol will assist Jin in any shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? So, I think we can just leave it there. So you say yes. At some point, a Mongol will assist Jin in the game. I say no. Agreed?
Agreed.
Beautiful. This is my favorite one.
Yes.
Number 3. Jin at any point in the game will say fuck.
Yeah.
However you want to, define that. So I'm going to say no because I think that he's going to say... So if you guys have ever heard me rant about this game, I love Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right? It's one of my favorite games of all time, essentially, right? So in the game, your player, whether you pick Cassandra or Alexios, will say Malaka a lot, right? And Malaka is like the Greek word for like fuck, I think. I don't know if it's like that in the modern day. I don't know. Or maybe if that's just like an old phrase and like old word that they used to use or whatever, I would love to know that. If there's any Greeks in the chat, or if you just know, let me know. Is Malaka a real word that they use in real life, like to this day? Let me know your thoughts. But I think that there's going to be another word that is going to facilitate saying fuck without saying fuck. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna say no, but I do think that there's a chance if they're just like, hey yo, you know what? This is the English VO. He's gonna say fuck, like straight up, you know. I kind of hope you're right though on this one. I really hope you're right because I think that'd be so funny, bro. That's gonna be great. All right. Number 4. Ghost of Tsushima will be received better or worse than Days Gone by the common player base. If it's arguable, then we will defer to the Metacritic user score.
Better.
And go off that. Better?
Better.
I want to say better too, to be honest, man. I want to say better. You know what? Let's just double down. Let's just both say better. Maybe this could be a tiebreaker or something like that. Or maybe like a free point.
Yeah.
Because I really do feel that like this game will be received better than Days Gone. You know. Did you like Days Gone?
No.
No?
No.
Not at all? Not even a little bit?
Not even a little bit. Like, I got so bored.
How much time did you put into it?
10, 12 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot. Man, I mean, but you were kind of in there. And you still dipped out?
I wanted to try and get my money's worth. It's like,
right.
I already bought the game. I might as well try my like damnedest to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
makes sense.
I was like, wow, motorcycles and zombies. Wow.
I feel like Days Gone gets a bad rap. Now look, you know what? Actually, let me readjust what I'm about to say. I understand if you put that much time into it and it's not for you. I totally get it, right? But I do feel that, you know, as the game progresses, there's something to Days Gone. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely gets to some parts. You know what I'm saying? That are pretty good. You know, I have long said this. I think Days Gone is just like the perfect, like, straight up 8 out of 10 game. You know, like it's just the perfect 80. It is what it is. You know, but I totally understand people when they just don't like Days Gone. I totally get it, but I feel that. But next up here, let's see what we got. Where are we at? Okay, better. Okay. Number 5. The game will have a definitive end, making this a one-off game and not a franchise. So I think this one's probably gonna be hard to tell, because like it could probably have a definitive end, and we don't, and maybe like this is a start to like,
I want it to be yes, but I have a feeling it's gonna be no.
Ooh, so you would want like a franchise?
No, I want a one-off.
Okay, same. Yeah.
But like there were 2 Mongol invasions.
There were 2. Yeah, that's I was thinking. So I had another prediction. I'm sorry, bet that I was gonna put on here, but I was like, you know, like I feel like they're just gonna lump both of the invasions in this game, you know. But now that you say it, I mean, because how are you gonna have a game about the Mongol invasion and not see it through?
I'm gonna,
you know,
yeah, I'm gonna do
like, I don't know.
One game.
I don't know.
One game.
Okay, you're gonna say one game. I feel like if PlayStation, right?
If it makes enough money, they're gonna make it a franchise.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like they wouldn't let a caliber, one of the first parties, one of like the, I would consider Sucker Punch one of the higher tier first party Sony studios, right? I don't know if they'd be cool with them being like, hey, you can do this one game, you know, like you can go away from your installed Infamous franchise, which again wasn't like the biggest thing in the world, but a lot of people know about Infamous. A lot of people liked Infamous as well, you know. And separately from that, I think Sly Cooper was probably a bigger deal than Infamous?
Agreed.
Question mark.
Agreed.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like for them to, go and do this one-off thing, I feel like for Sony to sign off on that, it would have to be a franchise, right? That's why I'm gonna go with franchise, but I'm with you. I want it to be a one game.
But it's just like there are just some stories that don't need sequels, like
Right.
the movie Up.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Up. If you made an Up 2 or Down or whatever you would call it,
Down.
yeah, all the balloons pop. It would ruin it. Like there's not a lot where you can go with it, and if it's both Mongol invasions, then it just might trickle into that 45-hour mark. That's a lot of game. That's a lot of here I go killing again.
Here I go.
It's
killing
just
again.
It's just I'd want it to be one game. Like sometimes a story just needs one game. It's like they deviated from Infamous, but we've seen that domain. We're watching. We're paying attention. I want Infamous on PS5 or PS4. I don't care. You can give me Infamous on a Game Boy Color. I just want another one.
Listen, man, I am right with you. Right? And like and it's not that we want Ghost of Tsushima to be so bad that it gets one game. That's not what we're saying at all.
No,
we're just saying that like, I don't see how this could be turned into a franchise. The only way I can kind of see this, which I don't even know if it would even constitute as a franchise, quote unquote. Well, I mean, I guess it would, but the only way I can kind of see this is that if they make a line of games that is about, these big pivotal shifts in history, right? Like maybe like that's where they're going with this like quote unquote like franchise, but like I don't know if you would continue like Ghost of the Ghost of Paris, you know what I'm saying? Like you have some homie that like fights against I don't know
like with a baguette.
Yeah, and like makes the transition from like a baguette to like the croissant. You know what I'm saying? Like if they want to call like, you know what I'm saying? Like if maybe like that would be the hypothetical franchise, then
then it would just feel like another Assassin's Creed.
Exactly. Which people are already making, and I think rightly so, are already making comparisons to Assassin's Creed and Ghost of Tsushima already. You know what I'm saying?
I want it to be a one-off. Like, not everything needs a sequel. Like I don't know. I said it about it on Road to Part 2. I'll say it here. I don't think Last of Us needed a sequel, but the results vary from person to person. If it was a franchise, if this were to be a franchise, then I can't say whether or not I'd enjoy it because I haven't had my hands on the first game. But I feel like this is a one and done story, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everything needs a franchise. Not everything needs an MCU. You don't need, I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's like 15 Part 2, Ultimania,
Ghost of Paris.
Yeah, you don't need a million spin-offs to tell a compelling story. You just need You just use as much as you need.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right. I am right with you. My hope is that like I feel like Sony wouldn't greenlight them to do something this like intensive, quote unquote risky. Not really that risky, but like I feel like Sony wouldn't greenlight a departure from an existing franchise in trade for a one-off game.
Well, Sony also understands like what happens when a game series goes on too long without any quality checks. Like Halo kind of dipped for a little bit.
Very true. Very true.
It's like, oh yeah, Halo's our moneymaker, our console seller. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then we got Halo 5.
All right, we'll see. You say one game, I say franchise. Bet number 6 here. The hardest difficulty of Ghost of Tsushima will be looked as essentially a Dark Souls game in terms of combat.
I'll scream, but it's probably gonna happen. It's like, oh, this is the Dark Souls of fucking, I don't know, making popcorn. Like, they'll say it's the Dark Souls of anything, like, It's like, this is a little hard. Like, I can't beat this one area. This is the Dark Souls of fucking anything. This is the Dark Souls of plugging in my PS4.
I see it. Like the only quote unquote like Dark Soulsy game that I've beaten, and I say that very loosely, is Jedi Fallen Order. And honestly, looking back at it, I don't really even think that was even that Dark Souls. I just think that people just said that.
Well,
you know, I mean, I don't know.
You had a parry.
Yeah.
And you had the bonfire-esque things like resting spots. And those feel very reminiscent of Dark Souls. That doesn't mean it's Dark Souls. It's like, oh, the game's hard and you have to parry. It's like, wow.
Exactly, right? Like just because it has certain elements, like there's a like I think distinct component that Jedi Fallen Order was missing, which was that like it wasn't like brutally hard, you know.
Grandmaster was a little rough.
Was it? But like I mean, from you that's played the Dark Souls game, I think. Have you played it? Yeah. So was Grandmaster as hard as Dark Souls?
No, not even fucking close.
That's what I'm saying, right? So like I feel like there will be people that will say it's like a Dark Souls, you know, and you can say it's like a Dark Souls. That's fine, you know. But there were some people that were like literally saying that like Fallen Order was Dark Souls but just Star Wars, you know.
Those people are bad at the game.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, like I don't think so.
With
you know,
too damn
like
difficulty.
Like Sekiro is fucking Dark Souls.
Well, yeah, it was made by FromSoft, which is
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Except Sekiro had a fucking giant snake thing.
And the giant ape.
Yeah, he cut his head off and he fights you with that head. I was like, Jesus, man, just die. Wild. Just die.
Wild. Die.
It's just
rip and tear.
Rip and tear. Like that fight, I felt like I had gained 200 pounds in just muscle and was squeezing the life out of my controller.
Oh man, I just can't do Dark Souls games, man. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I got fucked up.
I'll admit that. I just can't. I don't know what to tell you guys. I can't even do Bloodborne, and I've heard Bloodborne's not even that bad.
Bloodborne's pretty nice. Like it's very kind. Ogdo Bogdo and Star Wars Fallen Order was fucking garbage. It was garbage. I hated him. I hated that frog bastard.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of now I'm forgetting the name. I'm thinking of the Sith dude.
Oh,
shirt off.
Yeah,
on Dathomir.
On Dathomir.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but he was a bitch.
Oh yeah, he was really rough on Grandmaster. Like 2 hits and it's over.
He was tough as fuck, bro.
It's just like Marin saved me a lot of times. Like, hey, do you mind like getting him out of my way? He's like, oh, give me a minute, Cal Kestis. Like, I need to take a breather. And it's like, okay, take your time.
I love how she's using his full name.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, Cal Kestis.
Yeah, she uses his full name all the time. It's like, yes, I know my full name. Thank you. Please help.
You probably just call me Cal if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
you know,
or Kestis or
Kestis, yeah. Jedi, I don't know, something.
Yeah, no, but it's gonna happen. Game journalists suck at games, most of them.
I'm gonna say yes. I kind of want to say no, just be against it, but no, like people will say that.
People are gonna say that. I'm gonna be upset about it.
Watch Arachnite be upset about it
on stream.
In a future episode. Bet number 7. Other samurai will follow Jin's way of the ghost by the end of the game, marking a new era for Japanese samurai.
No.
I'm gonna say yes.
I feel like it's like, oh yeah, Jin won, but he also did it dishonorably.
Oh, but then like maybe they had this like introspective look, like damn, like this man was willing to throw away all he's known of the Bushido Code to save our people. Like our people has to mean more than what we stand by, But what we stand by is important, but like there's nothing to stand by and there's no one standing by it.
Yeah, but you also have to remember how invested the samurai were to the emperor. If the emperor didn't say it, they would take their own, like, say, oh, he was dishonorable, so they would take their own life. These people were committed to the bone.
Holy crap! What if the game ends with the Emperor like telling you to like, bro,
Yeah,
get off the clock, like it's a wrap.
And it's like, oh, you've lost your honor, and Jin's like, okay,
and just goes off as a nomad.
Well, yeah, as a Ronin.
Dude, sorry, Ronin.
Yeah,
sick.
It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, like, it's like, what was it, like from Fallout 3? It's like, oh, you're a hero and you saved all of us, but never ever come back here again.
or what if like that's their excuse to you going back into the open world after the game's done? Like you're just Ronin status.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool as fuck. All right. I'm gonna say yes. You say no. Okay. So you do not believe that other samurai will follow Jin's footsteps by the end of the game and follow the way of the ghost. I say yes. Bet number 8. The launch trailer will spoil a major story moment in the game.
Yeah.
I say yeah, dude. Because these motherfuckers are wild, bro. I swear, bro.
If the Typhoon's in the trailer, I'll scream.
I swear to God, Arachnite. If they have the type, because you know they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
If the Typhoon's in the game, it's gonna be in the trailer.
Because I know that part is gonna look visually stunning. Okay, I get it. Maybe like have it like during like sunset. You know, you can see the hues of pinks and blues and stuff like that peering over the crest of the dark, you know, black and gray Typhoon. I get it. They're gonna. If I see a Typhoon, bro, in that trailer,
I'll throw a hand. I'm gonna start swinging.
I'm gonna punch the wall. I'm gonna.
Okay, Kyle.
I'm gonna. I swear. Bro, I'm going to lose it, bro. I will make a Twitter video and post it on Twitter, like me just like losing my shit. Well, I mean, first I'm gonna try to avoid launch trailer until I play the game, and then I'll look back and see if it's there. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they don't, but they will. This is these. Okay, so number 9, right? We have a the main number 9, and then a bonus number 9 as well. All right, if I may. So maybe the bonus one. There's no downside if you get it wrong. If you get it right, you get a bonus point. Okay, it's
right.
purely optional. Okay,
Extra credit.
extra credit. Number 9. More than one infamous Easter egg will exist in Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Will it be one or will it be more than one?
More than one.
I think it's gonna be one. I think they're gonna have a little bit of restraint.
Give me what I want.
I mean, I want all of the Easter eggs. You know, I want all of them. But here's the bonus one, right? Sucker Punch has bullshitted us the entire time, and it comes to pass that Jin Sakai was the first conduit, and Ghost of Tsushima is a massive prequel to the infamous series.
I can't believe Cole fucking killed Jin with the
Dude,
RFI.
What if? Oh my fucking god! Arachnite.
If you give me if you give me a Descendants thing where that doesn't make a sense. Don't say that Cole is the descendant of Jin, or I'm gonna leave the fucking call.
No. Arachnite. Close your eyes, okay?
All right,
Follow me here, right? We have the Typhoon. It's spinning, right? I finally slayed the head of the Mongols. I have won. I am the Ghost of Tsushima. I am Jin Sakai with my Sakai Storm Blade. I have done it, right?
Yes.
The Typhoon starts spinning hella fucking fast, right? Everyone's like, hey, yo, what the fuck? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is wild, right? You see more lightning strike the Typhoon, right? At a very high intensity, right? And then Jin starts to notice, like, in the midst of the lightning strikes, there's a man's silhouette.
You know, this is hundreds of years before the events of Infamous, right?
Wait a minute. Let me, my boy.
If you say fucking Kessler, I swear to God.
Damn it! I was gonna say Kessler. Pops Kessler. He's
what like, the fuck is Kessler? Jin, I have a plan.
Jin, I have a plan. I need you, bro. Please.
It's like fucking. If Jin took one look at Kessler, he would see the devil. Because it's like, think about it. Like, Jin's wearing like this box armor, looking like an Amazon warrior, like Amazon cardboard warrior.
Amazon cardboard warrior.
Yeah, and he sees like Kessler, like this skinny old man wearing like a white robe and like can shoot lightning out of his hands is like, I have a plan.
Dude,
I would if I saw that, I would start swinging. I don't blame Jin. Like,
dude, I would. I mean, yo, but if that happened in the game, I would fucking cry.
I would uninstall. That'd be so fucking dumb. Like, okay, and like dumb secret endings, like in Resident, or no,
this is what we want.
In Silent Hill 2, there's a secret ending that the entire thing was controlled by a corgi. I think it was a corgi. It was a corgi or a Shiba at a computer, pulling the strings on the entire events of Silent Hill 2. And the protagonist collapses like, "This was you all along," and he just barks.
Yeah, no. You see, that's trash because that means that like he fabricated the entire game, right?
Yeah, but that's like a joke secret ending.
But you know, maybe it's like, okay, after Cole of the present dies, right? Kessler in an alternate reality in the future is like, man, this was supposed to be like the prime dimension. Like Cole was supposed to bring an end to everything.
Well, I mean, when Cole died, like he killed the beast too with the RFI.
But Kessler's like, okay, like, man, but like I didn't want the homie to die though. Like that's my homie, right? So he goes and studies, ancient history. And becomes across the Ghost of Tsushima that was looked at in folklore as this ghost, right? But perhaps Jin really does have some conduit powers. Huh?
No.
Huh?
No. I was like, the lightning, like the typhoon swirls around Jin, and he just fucking dies. That's
Dude,
it.
I'm gonna say yes. I don't give a fuck.
I will send you $100 if something like that. I don't care if I won every other bet. If something like that happens, I will send you $100 in PSN credit.
I wholly entirely know that it's not gonna happen, but goddamn, I want it to happen.
I would fucking scream. It's like, are you kidding me?
I like almost want nothing more than that. Like, look, like I understand, like, historical accuracy, yada. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but like, man,
give me a corgi controlling the strings. You fight. He's like the head of the Mongols. You go to their tent, and it's just like a Shiba.
You sounding like Yuri Lowenthal Spider-Man in E3 2018.
Yeah.
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 You. Yeah.
It's just like complete shock and despair. It's just like a dog.
Complete shock and despair. Puppy. There you go. So I think one infamous Easter egg will be in Ghost of Tsushima, which honestly I don't really believe that, kind of, sort of, but I hope it's like some drawings in a cave, of like some dude like calling up to the electric powers, whatever.
I want an amp.
An amp would be really good. I want that one as well. And then of course we have Sucker Punch's bullshit us the entire time, and it comes to pass that Jin Sakai was the first conduit, and Ghost of Tsushima is a massive prequel to Infamous. Love to see it. The last one, bet number 10, the big boy, the big homie, Big 10 bet. The game will score higher or lower than the 80s range, according to, I didn't put it on here, but it's of course according to Metacritic.
83.
83, huh? 83. So, I'm going to give you some inside baseball type stuff that I've been picking up, right? If you'll allow me to. May I?
Bet.
Okay. So, one of the big homies that has the game is, of course, one kind of funny is Greg Miller, right? And he's been really alluding to saying that Ghost of Tsushima is one to not skip, Like he's like, yo, like this one, he hasn't officially said anything. TSA, no, not TSA, FTC. He's not said anything. Shit, sorry, I forgot to. I hit my mic color right there. He has not said anything official, right, at all. He has not broken embargo, but I've been seeing him and a lot of other people kind of, tiptoe around the notion that like, yo, this game is a banger. Arachnite, I'm gonna go fucking all in. May I?
Go in.
Dude, I'm gonna say fucking 90 flat.
Alright, then I'll go 85.
What?
I'll go 85.
Oh shit. Oh
Yeah, I'll keep it at 85. I'll keep it locked.
Okay, so the game will score higher, lower, or in the 80s range. Excuse me. Sorry, I said the whole thing wrong. The game will score higher, lower, or in the 80s range. So you say in the range, but I wrote down your score as well.
You say above the range.
I say above the range. Yes. I say above the range of the 80s. I think it'll crack 90. Oh man, dude, that'd be fucking lit. Cause what I think maybe reviewers might do in terms of scoring is like look at how far they've come from Infamous Second Son. You know, from their latest title. Well, I guess First Light as well. You know what I'm saying?
Their last $60 title.
Yeah, which their last full game would be Second Son. You're right. Yeah, so like, I think because Second Son wasn't the hottest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that will edge it out to be potentially in that 90s range. You know? But I guess I can't wait to see everyone else's thoughts and what their predictions and bets are down below in the comment section. I can't wait to do that because I bet those are going to be lit. I bet those are going to be lit. But Arachne, do you have any last things you want to say? We're on the last episode before the game comes out, and of course next week's episode we'll be going over the Metacritic score, maybe like what other reviewers have been saying, as well as our first impressions of the game. We're gonna do a little co-op of those two. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over what, like, you know, the score is, what the critics and reviews have been saying, and what we think. But those will be first impressions from us. But then of course the reviews will be having the game contextualized from a full game beaten standpoint. But do you have anything else you want to say before the game comes out? Before Ghost of Tsushima launches, the last big, massive game on PS4's catalog.
Rip and tear, baby. Let's go.
Rip and tear. Rip and tear. Okay. I like that. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our prediction bets episode. Make sure to keep it locked here in a later episode where we will, of course, break down and see if Ghost of Tsushima is indeed a prequel to Infamous. You know?
I'll scream.
Will Kessler show up? Will people call this game like a Dark Souls game?
Probably.
You know?
Yeah.
Will Jin say fuck? The main thing I want to see in the game.
I hope so. That'd be really funny.
That'd be fucking hype as shit, bro. That'd be hype. But
right before the typhoon.
Yeah, right.
Like,
dude, here's what I have one last thing to say actually before we head into the game. Right, I got one last thing, if I may. If this game doesn't have the typhoon, how pissed are we gonna be?
If the ending is better than better than the typhoon, like, it has to outdo my expectations.
But damn, what could outdo a typhoon?
Cherry blossom fight in the spring.
Okay.
Like they set up shop, like main base is in like a cherry blossom field, and it's just very like, you know, like sunset, sun reflecting off of the, you know, like sun god rays, all that, surrounded by cherry blossoms, like something very like something I would spend more time in photo mode than actually fighting the boss in.
Right.
But as long as the ending's cool, I don't really care. But it's got to be cool. Like, come on, this is a cool game.
I don't know, man. I think I'm so biased, and maybe I'm so held up on the idea and the prospect of the typhoon that I don't want anything else that's not the typhoon. Like, maybe that's outlandish of me. You know what I'm saying? By all means, but bro, if I don't get that typhoon, I think I'm gonna be mad.
I'll be a little disappointed. Yeah, I'll definitely be disappointed.
That's too good of an idea. Like that's the problem, is that like it's so it literally happened. Like, that's actually how it went down. You know? I don't know. We'll see. But before we see, Arachnite, where can the people see and find you?
I am on the PlayStation Source Discord under the same name. I am on there just about every day talking about all things video games, comic books, movies, and all that kind of nerd stuff. I am on Twitter, which you can find in the description below. Orly_Macias. I talk about the same things over there. And now I'm on Twitch. Twitch.tv/TheArachNite. Where you can find the trashiest jokes and scuffed streams. I will be practicing fighting games, speed runs, and competitive first-person shooters there.
I'm excited.
Whenever I feel like it. I don't have a schedule just yet, but right now it's just test streams to make sure I understand everything I'm doing. But yeah, keep an eye out on that if you're interested in Resident Evil, Titanfall, Valorant, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, just fighting games, like all the topics I mentioned previously. Like, I will be learning how to get better at those games.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the content. I'm excited. And of course, all those links are down below in the description to, of course, Arachnite's Discord, Twitter, and of course the newly introduced Twitch.tv/ I think it's the Arachnite. I forgot, honestly. I could check somewhere.
Yes, it is the Arachnite.
It is Twitch.tv/ the Arachnite. And of course, you can follow the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source. Subscribe, become a member, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I'm going to keep it an honest book with you all. I hate my day job. So if y'all could support me, if you enjoy the content and support the channel, much appreciated. Get me out of that job. And then, of course, down below, you can find our Twitter, our Discord, as well as our Anchor link to listen to a long-form content and podcast format. That, of course, being Road to Part 2 and Road to Ghost of Tsushima, this very show that you're listening to right now. A lot of you have enjoyed it, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest. And PlayStation, also, if you're on podcast services, feel free to rate it if you feel we are worthy of one. You know what I'm saying? Rate us. Give us that 5 stars or whatever ranking system it is on that podcast service. We'd be greatly appreciated of that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits. See you later, guys.
See ya.